Today I want to discuss with you 7 true traits of masculinity versus fake machismo. I repeat, 7 true traits of masculinity versus fake machismo. Nuggets of wisdom, Olo again, coming at you again. Just want to give you some few gems. It's been a while I've actually put out a video, but we're going to get back on track and we start moving. Today I want to discuss with you 7 true traits of masculinity versus fake machismo. I repeat, 7 true traits of masculinity versus fake machismo. I just want to let you know that this has been bothering me for a while because of the state of our the masculinity all over social media. And after over 5 decades of living, I can see what the counterfeit is versus the real. And I look at it as a society, we have praised the loud, we have praised the people who are doing wrong, and it almost like right has become wrong and wrong has become right. And that's the reason why I want to share with you the difference between true masculinity versus fake machismo. I was wanting to give you a definition. We all know what masculinity is. It's a social construct. Mostly men who are masculine don't need to go around showing that they're masculine. What does a masculine man do? He provides, he protects, he's a priest, right? And make sure that everything around him works well. Let me give you a few examples. When I was in a relationship, when I was married, everything under my care, I have to understand what's going on. How is this working? That is what true masculinity does. I don't have to go out and show that, oh, this is what I'm doing. I don't have to tell my spouse at the time that I'm protecting you. It's what I'm here to do, and I just do it. But the flip side is the fake machismo. And I want to give you a definition, so I'll be reading from my notes. I want to give you a straight definition of what fake machismo is. Fake machismo refers to an exaggerated or performance display of masculinity, often used to compensate for perceived insecurities or lack of true confidence rather than genuine strength and self-assuredness. Look, that it is an exaggerated, the key word, exaggerated, performative, verbal. That's what they do. So they're overplaying their hand, they're overvaluing themselves as men, but so they don't really actually come out as true. Have you seen people who talk very well, articulate when they do their things, but they're overperforming, they're overselling themselves, they're representing. So they come with the representation. So, but need I say this? So instead of me wasting your time, let me give you the 7 traits of what the difference between a masculine man and a fake machismo. Number 1, confidence versus arrogance. A confident man, confidence comes from doing. Confidence comes from skill. Confidence comes from assurance. While arrogance comes from overvaluing who that person is. So let's even say they're actually good at what they do. They overblow it in a way. So if they are doing 2 things, they say they are doing 10. If they're doing 10 things, they say they're doing 100. So there's an arrogance of who they are. And I guess you've met those kind of men before, who overvalue themselves. When they enter a place, they have to tell you what they have just bought, what car they're driving, who they are, and the business goes on. But a confident man is confident. It's an inner thing. It's an inner confidence. There's a scripture in the Bible that the meek shall inherit the world. The meek simply means power under control. When you have power under control, you are confident. You are not arrogant. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 says strength versus aggression. There's a lot of people who have strength on their pinky finger than those guys who are aggressive all the time. And there are men that when they are the kind of inner strength, the inner control, the understanding of issues, the way they navigate life, they navigate it from a place of strength, not from a place of aggression. They try their level best to make sure that, I'm projecting strength without being aggressive, without me being insulting, without me talking down to the next person. Strength versus aggression. So on one hand, the masculine man has strength. On the other hand, the machismo man has aggression, because he cannot project strength because he has to show that he has strength, which aggression is actually made of strength that looks like strength, but it's not strength. Number 3, leadership versus domination. A good leader leads by example. Somebody who's domineering tells you what to do, but does not is not an example of what he's trying to tell you to do. You hear that saying, do what I do, don't do what I do what I say to you. That is the machismo man. The machismo man is domineering. They lack leadership. True leadership leads. True leadership has compassion. True leadership understands. They can break things down. In some cases, true leadership feels. If you look at our nation today, we believe the louder we are makes us leaders. But most of those people talking on social media, they're loud and they're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it. And people have subscribed, outsourced their life to their advices because they sound credible, but they are not leaders. I can stay there all day, but I'm going to move on to the next one. Emotional intelligence versus suppression. Naturally, most men suppress their emotions because the society have told us that if we are vulnerable, we are weak. If we are vulnerable, that means we're simps. But the other side of being a masculine man is that vulnerability is actually a strength, it is not a weakness. And what normally used to happen is that when you're emotionally intelligent, we have a saying in the South that you know when to hold and you know when to fold. There are times that you are emotionally intelligent that you can touch people even without saying much because you're emotionally intelligent. But the problem with suppressed emotions is that it's like a hot thing that's about to blow. Over a period of time, when you suppress those emotions, you're gonna fly off the handle one day because it was never dealt with. That means you lack emotional intelligence. So because you lack emotional intelligence, you suppress your emotions. And a suppressed emotion is a man who's about to blow off the handle. And those are the guys you see one day, God forbid, take a gun, shoot places up. They have been suppressing that emotion over a period of time. And they can think they can wield their strength by suppressing their emotion. On the other hand, emotionally intelligent people are mature people emotionally. Emotionally intelligent people understand other people. Emotionally intelligent people, especially an emotionally intelligent man, is in touch with his feelings and in touch with other people's feelings. Number 5. Responsibility versus blame shifting. Responsibility versus blame shifting. If you look at the word responsibility, it's broken into 2 words. Responsibility, able to respond. So you can respond. A lot of people don't respond, they react. And being reactionary is different from being responsible. A responsible person is not just, I don't want to use the word calculated in a bad way, is very measured in the way they speak, they act. But a fake machismo man is blame shifting. oh, you caused that. They seldom take responsibility, even for their actions. But a masculine man takes responsibility, while a fake machismo man shifts the blame to other people. Those are the different. If you find these traits in a man, and a man who cannot take a responsibility is a dangerous man. Is a dangerous man, because the narrative has always have to be for him on a regular basis. So that's number 5. Responsibility versus blame shifting. Number 6. My next point: respect versus intimidation. I can say this: everywhere I go, regardless of who that person is, you give respect. Respect begets respect. But what other people do is that they go in another place, they go to a restaurant, and they intimidate the waiter. If they're 5 minutes late, do you know who I am? Do you know what you're supposed to do? I've been waiting here for 5 minutes. Why are you not talking to me? Do you think they always have to make their presence known? So they try to intimidate people. That's what the fake machismo does. They have this notion to keep on intimidating other people, instead of them actually giving everybody around them respect. I don't want to my hand, but one thing I've learned, that I give respect, even if it's a baby. Just respect them, love on them, be respectful. But we are having a nation today that lacks respect, has no decorum. This is not the way to go. So one of this masculine thing is respect versus intimidation. My last point, but not least, is purpose versus ego. This word purpose is great, is big for me, because in 2025, there's a lot of ego-driven men, but very seldom purpose-driven men. Purpose-driven, it means I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do, turn up to say the things I'm going to do, and strive as much as possible to be the best of what I'm trying to do. But what does ego say? Ego says, I'm a macho guy. I get there when I get there. I do it when I do it. So there are ego rules. Let me give you a good example. Ego likes telling them, talking about their titles. They like talking about who they are, what they accomplished, what is their pedigree, what school they went to, what their qualifications are. But the man of purpose want to say, you know what? That is actually relevant. What I want to do is actually have a purpose, complete my purpose. And that is more important than all these extras and all these ego-driven statements and all these ego-driven actions. Is more than those things. So I say to you, my brothers, that these are the things, these are the 7 traits of a masculine man versus the fake machismo. I thank you. I want us to continue this discussion. I want us to understand these 7 traits. So when you are a masculine man, you can identify these traits. I mean, there's no point you acting tough. I want to make sure that if there's any other traits that I didn't add it, drop it in the comment. Let's keep this conversation going. God bless you. Olo again, nuggets of wisdom. Please like, share, hit the notification bell for new content. I need you for us to interact on these topics. I hope this blesses you. God bless. I'm out.